So great, guys. Thank you, Riley. We're going to move right away to the draft because we're going to have Leary and Tatot. Leary and Tatot both played with similar results today. Both started losing their series. They came back. And now we have another quarterfinalist in a series with, two champions, 2 times runner-up, Dowd and the Viper, Leary, versus Tatito, that want to be finally, at least, I believe, Tatot in the top 4. You might know better than me.
Did he ever make a semi-final? I don't even know.
I think no.
It's crazy, right?
No.
Because we consider him to be a top 8 player in the world, right? So at some point, he has to have the breakthrough performance. I think he played every single Red Bull event, Red Bull Vololo that is, and, well, now we're going into the picks here. Schultz taken away from Tato as an option, so didn't want to play water there. Plays Acclivity is Leary, obviously one of his strongest maps, and Atacama taken away for Tato.
Yeah, also Atacama, one of the best. I was talking with Leary before, and I was sure he was going to ban the one that he did. He probably don't like that one. And then Tato picked Northern Islands. So water. I mean, Tato is trying to pick water here. He cannot ban both. Leary, right?
And now the big question. Did Tato pick it with the knowledge that Leary could easily go for Bengalis? he clearly looked at the last set.
Oh, the bull, it's banned. Now we have Mora's banned as well. Are we gonna see Arabia? Or Tato is not gonna want to play Arabia?
I think playing, the more fancy it gets, the better it is. I think taking Arabia away,
Away, expected.
Like you predicted.
Expected.
It's a nice choice for Tato.
Yeah, it's expected. But we still have here enclose map, or does enclose? No, Kewasan, we might see enclosed. What is left right now? Enclosed and free leg is there. Out enclosed is gonna be.
Enclosed. Ooh.
Enclosed is gonna be.
Ooh, and we have seen some really good enclosed game over the years here at Red Bull for sure. Remember, those two faced each other in Red Bull 5, so same castle. I think it was in the quarterfinals last year as well, and Leary won that one 3-1. Game number 1 enclosed there as a starter. Plays out so differently depending on the civilizations, and it feels like the 10 civilizations are equally viable and enclosed.
Favorite for you in this series?
It has to be Leary.
Has to be.
It's like I could fanboy GL now, but Leary is the favorite. Leary is clearly a top 3 player in the world. 2 crowns, 4 finals in total. Tato, he has to be a level behind.
I don't know also if we have the statistic with the face to face they did in tournaments, but I think Leo has always got very good results against Tato by close series.
Yeah,
like 3-2.
3-2.
Many times, you know.
3-1s, yeah. In total, it's 4 wins for Tato, 11 wins for Leary.
Wow.
But the last win for Tato was Hidden Cup 3. So, what was that, May 2020?
Because it was hidden. That might matters. I don't know. Anyway, look at those bans. Saracens ban. Leo banned Saracens because you know that Tato with the Saracens, some magic, and now the Meso civilizations from. Leo is not a player that picks so much the Meso civs.
True. In comparison, we would
with
like
others,
to see, but exactly what I wanted to say. Leary is one who likes to play some crossbow. Banning something like Ethiopians, something like Britons could make lots of sense. Leary really strong with that. He got really pushed to the limit on Acclivity against Daniel. Could have lost 2-0, but a massive Arbalest ball saved his day.
Yeah. Remember that we want to ban now 3 per player. So in total, 6 civilizations going to be banned. We have now Gurjara's banned, Britons, Aztecs. What is going to be the next one?
Saracens felt like such a clever ban against Tato. Such a crazy good player with them, and tough to see. Burgundians.
Okay.
Oh, that has.
For enclosed, it can be very strong. That map, yeah.
We have seen them multiple times, and GL kind of likes them as well. Dowd seen multiple times.
Yes.
And another archer, Eagle Sith banned away. Yeah, so Tato's following system there.
Yeah. So now the pick's gonna be. Do you think Ethiopians again? He made them really popular. Ethiopians with 1 TC Imperial, and they recovered the bonus now.
Yeah, I think Ethiopians will be seen in those 8 civilizations, likely on Leary's side. And he's going for humans first. Okay. Really strong on enclosed for sure. Can also be played on Acclivity, but I think enclosed feels very reasonable there.
and you take from your opponent
Yeah,
as well.
true. You go for Tatars. Ooh, that has to be acclivity, I believe. Obviously, the massive fill in the center makes it tricky for the opponent to engage into you with a better bonus. And Dravidians.
Tatars being so popular, being picked so high pretty much in every draft as we have seen, but he's not getting banned. So they consider he's strong, but he's not as strong to get banned.
So they have to be like in this like 7th to 12th best civ kind of threshold.
Hindustanis now.
Something for enclosed.
No archers.
No, or is that then humans acclivity and Berbers?
No archers still.
So Leary just keeps Northern Isles open for his 4th pick, I believe. Berbers can be placed on enclosed. Byzantines there.
Well, Berbers has been picked by Dugao very well.
On Northern
Islands
Isles.
Against Daut as well. Remember, Berbers are also faster galleys, faster Koreans.
Koreans.
A lot of naval civilizations there.
Teto can play Northern Isles three times.
Right?
It's going to
And
face
Italians, well.
Okay.
Italians.
Well, then Dravidians probably not going to be on water, but being played on acclivity there for Teto. Lots of options. Oh, this is going to be a great set.
I think it's going to be Kumans enclose. Byzantines for enclose.
Feels so weird, right?
Yeah, but where do you put
the
them?
distance is so long. Do you really want to play Byzantines there?
But you can spam, and the problem with the Kumans, if he's going opening double military building, good civilization to counter that one is Byzantines.
That's so true. That's so true.
For cheaper units. I don't see other choice that is better for enclose. With the Sivsky peak.
I think maybe Byzantines are there an option on acclivity as well, because if you go mass skirmishes,
But then
often we
Tatars?
play.
You can pick Tatars in enclose. I
Tatars
prefer
enclose.
Tatars in acclivity.
I think Tatars acclivity could make sense, and then we have Dravidians or Byzantines. Well, we just
Or Korea.
we have too many naval civs.
You know?
Or is Koreans an option on acclivity?
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know what people think also in the chat. They know 4K chat, remember?
Obviously.
4K chat. Well, we can have the draft because they are going to start in a moment, but we can have the draft and we can see. Because we have good memory, but you know, after so many hours, I'm thinking that now I'm casting still Mr. Yo versus Hera, but no, we are now Lear versus Tatot. And then who they are going to face? The winner of this one? Potentially, we can talk about that, the potential matchups, because Leary Tatot. Oh, we have Leary now that is coming already.
We have an upgrade on the B stream, but we can talk about that a bit later. Leary, it wasn't his castle, right? He was so close to making it his castle last year.
And when you have been champion 2 times and all that you lost, then you are almost close because he was 3-2 ahead. The motivation from this guy has to be also
Really high. Yeah, like lots of people said, Leary practiced more than they would have anticipated. Because he was most of the time a guy practicing, like try-harding the last 4 or 5 days before a tournament. But apparently he started earlier, took it very seriously, and, well, takes a good sip of Red Bull to fuel himself.
was talking with, and now we are going to see Tatitot. I like to call him Tatitot, guys. He's in a cute way, you know. And there you go, the Spaniard from Gamer Legion team as well, with a very nice dessert, I have to say. Very, very nice one. And Tatito is coming. He's thinking already in the strategies. I pick 3 for water, and what I'm going to pick. Guys, he looks so serious. So serious. He's not that serious in real life.
Yeah, that's true. He's such a smiley boy as well, writing down all his strategies here as well. Look, he's doing massive circles. Is he
All the 3
Is he
C's.
painting the maps? What is he doing there? Okay, quite interesting. Write something down. Can we zoom in a bit more, please? I could see what's happening there.
They don't want to spoil. I mean, the zoom is absolutely amazing. We could see it. Now, Lear is not there. Let's go.
Oh, he's asking, Hera, sorry, you're playing Northern Isles. I forgot to pick Bengalis. What should I play now?
Yeah.
I misclicked to Italians.
Well, we have to remind also, guys, that Dogao won Vilese 2. So we have Vilese already
In the quarterfinals.
in the quarterfinals. That's already one step ahead for him.
Yeah, Velez quarterfinals, massive achievement there for sure. Last time he was basically the last game of the tournament, decided that he was not going through, but Teto was going through. So heartbreaking there for sure with 2-2. In the end, Buchholz decided that he couldn't go through. And this time, top 8 performance, winning 2 games, 2-0, 1-2. Great performance by Willese. And now up next on the B stream, obviously the Viper against MBL, deciding who's going through there.
Yeah, and I'm just checking right now. What is the change? Well, probably you know and you remember. Ooh,
10K guaranteed.
The chance to beat guys in the quarterfinals is that $10,000 already for Willese. You know, for her as well, obviously.
That's
And
juicy.
there you go. Another video from Larry.
Larry. Oh. He's so confident.
Did you just notice that I don't kill him the kid anymore?
You will at some point. It will slip. It will slip, man. But I know.
During the series, during the series, okay.
Once he micros 8 archers on 3 different places, you will call him the
What
crazy kid
archers?
again.
There's no archer sieves.
Micro and experience,
What?
10 there, obviously, Leary. No one has played more Red Bull Vololo games than him. Macro, maybe something where we could see some improvement there. Speed, absolutely out of his mind. Strategy choices, crazy as well. And Teto, slightly behind there in some regards, but he is giving Leary a run for his money, I'm sure about it.
Well, and now when we see this, we're probably going to see the civilizations, the map. We know already is going to be enclosed. And that banner from Tatot was beautiful. You know, it's really, really beautiful. We have the civilization. Well, this is the angle usually that we see that great 3D one. And I want to see it, man. I want to see it. Because we are really curious. Also, what happened with Herod, we were a lot of questions. And now we don't really know. I still vote for, I don't know. It has to be Byzantines or Tatars. And then close for Tatot.
Okay, so
I believe, I don't know.
Byzantines, or what was his 4th shift again?
Tatars, then he got Korea.
Koreans, Koreans, something I don't see. It kind of has to be Byzantines, yeah. And I'm not sure if I like that too much.
Well, the thing is, if you go with a lot of farming, the transition to a potential fast sim can be great, but you want also in a map that you can, I mean, Enclose is a map that you can expand. You need to make damage early and you can move. So,
and Byzantines don't need to expand that much, right?
Yeah.
Because they aren't that reliant on gold.
Yeah.
You only want to go into gold if you go for Katas. Even if you play Arbalest, it's kind of gold heavy, but having 2 gold spots is totally fine till like early to mid Imperial Age, right? So they are totally fine going for a lot of very cheap units. And Leary, he is not that sure where he picks what civilization, I believe.
He's confused probably. And also Byzantine, we say one thing, don't have to be 1. 2 TCs and spamming units can be okay, can be a node. Let's see, because we don't know if they have decided already the civilizations. I think they did. I think we're gonna see now. Come on, I want to see the cataphract. It's beautiful too. Will be the first time.
Would be, I think
First time, right?
first time, and I think it would like
Give me
might crash the table there.
Prissy, get me a cataphract.
Oh, but don't put the glass there. The cataphract might throw it over.
Or is it gonna be a Keshik?
Oh, also an option. Tatars, they have a crazy late game. If you play Keshik, heavy CA, you have a lot of gold. It's
And a lot of mobility as well for that map. Yeah. But the problem is that the Kumans, you can go very aggro in the early game. I don't know if then you can add, well, we're telling Kuman, and maybe then he's not picking Kumans as well. Hopefully we are not going to fail, because then they're going to think, what are you guys doing there, man?
Well, Cumans also are a real option on Acclivity, right? Because you can open double archery range, you can technically open archery range stable as well, simply because your production is cheaper in the wood cost. So short distance, you can put on some aggression. TC, a bit ignored if you play Acclivity. So that's why Enclose is where we feel Cumans the more clear choice.
I believe that Tatot, it doesn't matter who is facing, is motivated. I think he's even more against Leary. For what we were talking before. Like a mini challenge for him. Like, I have to win him in a big tournament. A serious to Leary, right? Because he has done to most of people, but don't think against Leary, I don't know.
Well, yeah, as we said, like Hidden Cup earlier, but like Red Bull 5, he kind of lost 3-0 pretty easy. It was 3-1 in the end. We played Aftermath, which is like a really wild map, and look at that. What's riding in there, man?
Well, you can see the beautiful node, the amazing unit. It's beautiful, huh?
It's so sick.
It's so sick. He's so sick. He's so sick. That cataphract there. My goodness, Byzantines, we were right. We know something. We know something.
Okay. Yeah.
We know something. And now we're gonna see the Kipchak as we were talking.
I think it has to be the Kipchak on the other side. Humans just feel so likely. We have seen it so many times. The distance is long and enclosed simply because the wood line is in the center there, and we just have to think. It buys enough time for humans to add that extra town center. And they can also still play mind games, right? Could go for the stable opening, could go for archery range opening, could go for even the double opening.
Okay, let's see, because I want to see now the Kipchak, the same that I saw. We saw the Cataphract. He's still thinking, man, and he's a best of 3.
It shouldn't be that complex, but apparently...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine a best of
the
5
test.
this Sunday. Remember a quarterfinal best of 5. Then
And it should be easy for Leary, at least Northern Isles, right? It's
Yeah, it's
easily
Italians.
Italians.
It's
yeah.
Italians.
Yeah. And what? What?
Whoa.
How,
Let's.
Wow,
We need newcasters right now. What the Italians are doing here? And then what he pick on water, Berbers? Huh? What happened with AM? Bengalis now Italians on close.
what's that?
Archers.
Production, I think you picked the wrong civilization there. This is
It's confirmed.
This is,
It's
yeah,
confirmed.
obviously it's
It's
confirmed, but
confirmed.
this
It's
thing,
confirmed.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
This had to be a counter to what he expected Teto to play. I think he tried to out-mind game Teto there, and remember,
Do you like it? Do you like it? The option from Leary because he laid.
Oh.
You don't like it?
He's dry on water now. What is he playing on water?
but against Byzantine. Let's focus in this one. In this matchup against Byzantines,
I don't think the
In a
Genoese
late
perform.
game?
No, they don't perform well enough against Cataphracts.
no.
No.
Okay.
Genoese? I don't think so.
Well, but that's in a very, very long game. But in middle game also, Skirmish is ballistic for Tatot and he's fine.
I think so as well. I think Leary honestly needs to play a really aggressive game here, because if this game goes 40 minutes plus,
It's his style. Otherwise, usually that's his style. So maybe that's
Yeah.
the plan. Then you can go up to cancel it also
but there are
easier.
better
because it's
civs than
cheaper.
playing Knights crossbow, what I'm kind of expecting. Oh, it is Cumans. Oh, whew. Whew, yo, man.
They troll us.
Oh,
they troll.
production.
They troll. The production troll us. My goodness, they are trollers. Well, Free St. Patrick, whoever is there, they troll us. It's cool, man. This production is on another level. Ladies and gentlemen, we see Leo with second TC and double archery range. Thank you, production. We love you as well. All right.
Double gate, ma'am,
Yeah.
time to scream.
No. I don't have voice anymore. You don't listen or what?
Okay. Oh, that should be that scout though. I think should never get out. I think wall between the barracks. and
Kumans
the
is
top-
scout.
Yeah, it's 5% faster, ma'am.
Okay.
It gets out. Oh, that's a bit sloppy by Teto, I believe. I think he could have killed it.
Yeah.
Like 2
5%
houses
more.
away.
So he has only one archery range. I confused before.
Oh,
One
look
archery
at the
range.
other side, please, observer. Look at what Teto is doing. He's pushing the deer away and killing
kill
them
the
with a
other.
spearman. Look at that. One more hit needed here.
He's gonna
And-
kill it. Yeah,
Oh,
kill it.
perfect. And that means no food on those deer if a military unit does the last hit.
That's really great because you need that food even more if you're doing second tone center. That's 280 foot in the damn hell. Gone. He's still taking the other deer. It's true that he has the berries, but the berries is the slowest food income in the game. While the deers use one of the opposite. They stop the shorefish. Deers hunt, it's absolutely amazing. Liv is now exploring. He has archery range. The goal. Why they did this to us, man? But they tell, I'm still thinking,
They're probably laughing at production, like,
Okay.
how did we make those stupid casters look?
Yeah,
here?"
but now, guys, you have to put the Kumans, the Kipchak.
I want
We need to see that.
On Northern Isles, they put the
Yeah,
Kipchak on
Northern
the table.
Island, okay.
Oh, Teto, can he block this? I don't think so. It's, I think, too close to the town center. Indeed, saves his HP. Archers are around, tries to find another one. It's not actually housing Leary. Do we find a kill? Looks good.
Tato is microing properly. He's taking one village. He's gonna take another. Leo is not there with the archer. He's gonna kill another one. This is gonna be 2 villages down probably. He's with fletching. The scout is taking damage in those archers, but as you can, he saved everything. Saved the village and killing them all. Not bad. And well, one village down is not that huge when you have double TC. You can see how Tato already selling everything. No stone, nothing to go up to castles, and then forward siege our shop.
I don't know. I think he might actually buy Stone back there as well. I think it's just trying to survive, or it's just trying to push the town. Yeah, I think forwards so Siege Workshop could make a lot of sense. Something weird happened. Taro actually went for Wheelbarrow. That's obviously a great upgrade. The more villagers you have, but he did it after like 35 villagers, way earlier than we typically see it.
Yeah, well, and you can see how Leary is not too far from going up with double TC. 5 is more 6 already. Still have the numbers. He's now microing here. This is the 10 points he got, right, in the micro. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it because Tato got 9, so... And you can see, guys, how both players are microing the archers really well. Still Leary a little bit ahead with the KD and trying to push a little, but a stable at home. I don't see yet any forward villager. And on the way to Castle Age, Leary not going to be so behind with the double TC, Nelly.
This is an interesting market placement as well. Kind of forward where Siege Workshop could make a lot of sense then. Now Skirmisher added. I don't think Leary can stay here, but well, Leary is proving me wrong here apparently. Armor is in. Skirm should be pretty good, and yeah, Leary needs to run. But as you mentioned, on the way to Castle Age with way more villagers.
Well, but he has Wheelbarrow. It's not that many more. I mean, 9, so it will be 6 because he has Wheelbarrow. So those 3 villages less, let's say, because Wheelbarrow needs the time from 3 villages. But still, like, he keep creating more. He has the second town center and is coming forward. Is coming forward. Remember that also this civilization with the town which as well, when you make the building, you don't even need an outpost. You see absolutely everything. The problem is Leary is too close to be up, and if you don't make damage with Kumans, you might be able to clean that forward easily.
Oh, well, we will see. I think multiple stables. I think if he expects the forward Siege Workshop, he should already be building the Siege Workshop. Remember, humans can do that in Fuel Age.
Correct.
Could help out quite a bit to go for the Mangonel production. Doesn't really have the wood for it now, but this is a game where if you want to use the restroom, better do it after the game because this one could end pretty quickly. This is going to be wild next minutes.
Oh my god. But a good thing for Tato. I don't think he saw the Siege Workshop. As Mapu pointed out there, no, he didn't see it. Now he's pushing back a little bit of those villages and he's getting some idle. Still 11 villages ahead, 12, and he's doing the stables. And the stable from Tato is at home, so it's gonna take too long to be there.
Botkin with only 6 archers. So Leary not going for crossmen, resources are limited, economy not really there yet, and skirmishers will do their job. Now Monastery most likely at the front as well, Mangonel pressure will come in, and that's the only goal Leary has access to, obviously.
Yeah, and Botkin is not a really cheap upgrade. Let's see the fog of war for Leary Mapo, please, because we want to see if he can see another goal. He doesn't see that goal at 9 o'clock, so he cannot see that goal at all. As you can see, he's missing that one.
Oh one
man.
tile.
And now he's gonna get inside. Let's see his base. There's a Mangonel now. Well, he can move the Lumberjacks. He's killing one villager, but he spotted the siege. So what to do now from Leary? As you mentioned, Botkin with 7 archers is not too much. He's doing now the monastery, correct, to convert those camels. But he needs mobility because Tato army camels very cheap as well.
Mangonel pressure, I don't think crossbow is the easy choice. There's skirms annoying a bit, scouting quite a bit. Look at that. Taro doesn't want to play more skirmishers. He's mainly using them for scouting right now. Puts on some more pressure here, another villager dead. And Taro only 12 villagers behind.
Yeah. 3 village kill is even less because he has Wheelbarrow. The TC is now in danger. He should attack with one Mangonel to the village and the other to the TC.
Potentially, maybe a bit further down. He wants to keep them together though. Shot against the crossbows. Now you want to click the farm, then you're slightly increasing the range of your Mangonel shots.
Okay, but now we see double stable. From Lear, he's doing his skill bar and armor, no bloodlines yet, but there's monks as well. Not gonna be easy. He's trying to micro those crossbows. Knights are about to be there. He has to be back. We don't see yet the monks from Leary. He has only one, but he's not converting. This is 3 Mangonels. The push is absolutely real. That TC is gonna be down, and the big problem is Leary doesn't have any goal now. No goal. The Chronos are going down. The score is switching in a moment, and Tato is in a very good position, as you can see. That was a big and very good bada boom. And still, you have to move to find more goal, because if not, It's going to be a quick game.
Uh-oh, that's going to be tricky indeed. Mangonel shots again, man, really good ones. There are barely any crossbows left, 4 on the field only.
And that TC is about to be bye-bye. These 2 monks is going to convert. It's committing. No, you cannot commit. He's going to lose a lot more. Look at the KD. He's double the KD in favor to Tatot, and Tatot is taking the town center. And Leary, what Leary can do, I'm telling you, Alt at 4 is a good up. Another TC in the same spot. He's going to be able to clean those. Oh my God, he's trying to clean the Mangonel, so maybe the Alt 4 was too fast from me. It looks like, but military numbers, 18 Tatot, 3 Leary, Vili is the same, and this is looking great for Tatot. The KD 15, Vili 0.
Oh, military count 2 against 20 now, even in villagers. That's so beautiful. And simply because resetting the crossbow count happened earlier, Tato can now go for knights exclusively.
Converted.
Double conversion! So good!
GG.
Tato takes game 1! Memphis speechless. Ooh, look at how cool he's taking that zip as well.
Thanks God the production didn't show our faces, because what a domination. Look at that. No, please, they're gonna troll. They're gonna troll us. They did. I don't want to see that. Okay, you can go with the replay if you want, Frazier.
Should Leary have picked Italians?
Maybe Italian was a good choice. But that was a domination from Tato. He didn't explore properly. He could have go back to another back goal. You relocate your resources, and you don't suffer like this.
I think staying on crossbow was something that I typically don't see, right? Especially like we have a very famous player in the Age of Empires universe that is very famous for Mangonel pushes, Hoang, and the typical like thing you play against it is not double archery range crossbow, like because it's so easy to run into those shots, right? Your whole macro suffers so much, and Tato starting off with a big W.
Yeah, well, and this match is so important, because remember that at this point it's going to decide a lot of the brackets. Not only that you qualify to the quarterfinals, it's what potential opponent you get in quarterfinals, and that's really huge. That not only need only, in quotes, only 1 win more against Leary. Leary started to lose in the previous series, start to lose this series as well. What was the mistake then here for Leary in the first one? Was that
no siege workshop and archers. I think it was archers, yeah. Tato, he also had the market, so he could easily see, well, Tato sold all the stone, so he knew the all-in was coming. I think also...
He explored also.
Yeah, Town Watch was missing, man.
Yeah.
That's such a big upgrade. If you're getting forward, it gives you the extra vision. And then Tato, beautiful micro, right? Crossbow shots, like in their face, Mangonel used beautifully, conversions on point, and then ran in with the knights and camels at the perfect time.
Okay, and is Acclivity now confirmed map? I believe it's Acclivity confirmed map, and it's going to be now Italians again, probably, because this production won all the Italians, but now seriously, it will be Tatars versus
Berbers, probably.
Berbers.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one for sure. Tato, I think, like Feudal Age opening, is Leary maybe even opening stable? It's kind of something most people moved away from.
Yeah.
Most of the time I've seen 1 archer range or double archer range on Acclivity.
Yeah, you don't want. It's true that Tatars in early game might have the edge there, but in general, Berbers counter Tatars. I mean, unique units counter, then with the Knights bonus, and if you are going to go Knights, let's see. Don't bring good memories, Berbers, to Leary in the tournament. Don't bring good memories. Well, I'm telling you, was obviously another opponent, another matchup. It was Berbers Teutons, okay? So let's see what is going to happen. Leary 0, Tato 1, and we want to see the unique unit there. So beautiful. It's about to be there for sure.
I think that they need to move the glass a bit. Ooh, the Gulam. So Hindustan is the choice. We don't really know the map though, but we are kind of expecting it has to be Acclivity. Technically, Leary could choose between Acclivity and Northern Isles.
Well, Hindustan is amazing too. I mean, we were not talking about that. Is on any map. Almost. They're very strong. They're really strong right now. Hindustanis. For those people that are new in the stream, okay, the map is Acclivity is confirmed. And for those people that are new in the stream, has been away, they were before Indians that has been converted to Hindustanis. They made some change. They now have a new unit, unique unit, sorry, that is the Gulam that basically eat the archers. Eat the archers. And they have also crazy hand cannoneers. And oh man, beautiful one.
The Kashik.
Yeah, the Kesik is there. Tatars.
Crazy unit.
Would you
that-
prefer?
I think on this map it's close to even, maybe slightest of advantages for Tatars.
Okay. There's quite a lot of hills, and if he used the map control like in the previous game and going aggressive, well, let's see. Because, man, the previous game has been so quick, unexpected quick, because enclose can be a very long game. We were talking that, well, enclose map can be for the late game, and I don't know. We will see what is going to be. And what is going to be the approach? Stable? Archery range?
Oh, that's the
For
big-
both? I mean, it's more popular archery range.
I think
It's really unsafe.
it's just so easy
Safer.
to create like what we call the potato base or egg base, where you basically just wall like 12, 15 tiles away from your town center and then be super safe. And that's so easy to defend if you go for archers. And then melee units aren't doing that much damage. So we feel archers just makes it so much easier to get to Castle Age because you're not taking that much damage.
Okay, and we have now Tatars and Hindustanis. The answer is there. Archery range for Tato. Leary is trying to explore that. He's going to explore in a moment. We're going to see. We're going to
Stable.
see if he did what? He did a stable opening by Leary. It's going to be a full feudal approach. Then archery range also soon, because you cannot go only scouts.
Yeah, it has to be some skirms or archers with that one as well. Tato already walling with like 4 villagers, what it seems. And obviously can wall pretty small, right? Archers won't threaten him too much. 2 spearmen at it as well. Those deer probably out of reach there at the left-hand side. Those 2 villagers will finish the walls. Now some attack here should be that villager.
Okay, and he's gonna take it now. There's the spears, they were fast. I think he's doing already the archery range. I seen the mini-map, but signal there for Leary. There you go, archery range right there. House it, Tato, and he's forced to make the Tone Watch. Well, Tone Watch is great, as we were talking before, and we might see the difference if we put the fog of war for Tato. In between our tournaments, participants in 2022, Tatars played the Hindustani 13 times. Tatars won 12 of those.
Wow.
Not bad, but it was Indians.
Maybe it's just
But
after...
is the same? You think
no,
that?
I think they took Hindustanis exclusively.
Okay,
Yeah, I would think that.
okay.
Because that's not that many games, right? And we had a lot of
huge.
tournaments.
That's huge,
But
actually.
crazy advantage for Tatars then.
Yeah. So let's see, because this is getting even more interesting now. Obviously, he has to micro so well Leary. He has only 4 military well. Tato 9 already. The resources for Leary looks smooth. Like, it seems to be getting closer and closer to go up to Castle Age.
Oh, GL trademark. Tatars with the market there. Could be timing there with earlier crossbows. Because look at that. Archery range, yes, by Leary. Production, no.
No.
Not a single archer, not a single
He's
skill.
not doing. It seems that he's going to go Castle Age. Not feudal aggression here. But the problem is, if you go up to Castle, it's really quick, it's great. But if you don't wall in time,
The back is still open.
yeah.
Trying to wall the
It's
left-hand
walling.
side. Archers are going. over
All
there.
this is open. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's everything is open. I mean, everything is absolutely opening. With the 2 Lambricams here, he's going to wall now. I like the wall. Is not so greedy. He's walling closer to the plasmid, not too close for the gold, so he might defend. Now that the scout is going to be down, it is down, which is important. And the kid, it's on the way to Castle Age.
Crazy how he avoided going for units and completely waited till he clicked to Castle Age. Now is going for skirms. We know skirms are producing so incredibly fast. So I think he could be in time saving his villagers there. Just needs to pull them, which he's doing.
And then what is the transition? He see the archers coming, the 4 villages, the 4 hunters from the deers, are going home. And now he's doing the skirmishes. Those skirmishes without even fletching, doing the armor faster. Okay. Because he won't just to hold. And then the archers won't do almost any damage to those skirmishers.
Yeah, only 1 damage there per shot, and so therefore you're surviving quite a bit. Interesting that Tato still didn't properly use the market, right? Now we are selling some resources. Wow, interesting. Tato wants to play multi-TC, not selling the stone.
Yeah, he's not selling the stone. I mean, usually when you see the market that early, you feel that he's going to go all in. It's not really happening. I don't think now it's worth it to sell the stone anymore. And Lee going forward.
What? Is that a forward siege workshop?
I mean, not going to be a monastery. I mean, if he's doing a monastery there, I'm going to be, what the hell? It cannot be a
well,
monastery.
there's a relic.
Well, it's true, and then go back. And then he's going back. Anyway, let's see what is going to happen.
Maybe
because,
just for vision?
well, what's happening?
I think it's just for vision. He's just
Make
building
an
a house.
outpost. Not want to make 2 TCs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then we have to see Townwatch pretty soon. Spearman getting some intel there. Castle Age timing probably faster than Tedo anticipated. And yeah, that house doesn't get a friend.
It's a lonely house. I like it. They make a palisade. Anyway, TC at the back, going for the Boomy approach. Is the right one, Nili? I mean, Boomy approach is doing botkin, which is nice. Obviously, no horse collar at this point. Subidon?
Well, I think horse color, typically good timing is on the way to Castle Age. That's where we see most people going for it. And you earlier said it. Gulam, the main unit there for Hindustanis, eats archers, and we are building the TC next to the stone. So that seems to be Leary's plan. Skirm defense now goes for the second armor already. So he will not die to any castle full archer all-ins that Tedo is throwing at him. And Leary, his game plan is shoot that deer, and I think he shot it with a TC, right? The deer. So loses the food there.
He lost one.
He lost the second one. And the long-term plan, though, after shooting the deer is get the castle, get on good to go.
So now he's doing the horse collar. And Tatot is the one who is coming. The one who is coming again is Tatot. He's going to go with a lot of archers, but he's not expecting. I believe that now we might see a siege workshop from Lear. But Lear is not playing the usual, if he's taking this village, but he see it. So he knows he's coming.
And villagers being sent back, builds it at the other side. Sneaky. 3 villagers there, 4 archers, trying to find some wild damage. And Tedo is adding town centers. So this is not an all-in. Don't get confused. It is crossbow and magnol, but mainly for the composition, not to... He doesn't have to do damage.
Yeah, remember, guys, that those archers are also with Thumbring. You can see how those archers are eating the skirms. It's true that it's not going to be that easy, plus 2 armor. And now he's here as well. Do you think Lear will make ballistic? I believe it's so expensive. Probably he will keep going with the boom.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially for Hindustanis, right? You benefit so much from having multiple town centers. So I think like 3 town centers, maybe even 4 town centers could be an option, because Tedo, he won't do many of those moves, right? Those 4 crossbows are here to suicide themselves, trying to get 2 villagers, and he is happy, but Tedo won't go for more run-bys than those.
Yeah, and now he's trying to save those, and he's going to save absolutely everything. Camels, 25% attack faster than... Why the Hindustanis are great for the economy? The villages are cheaper. Townwatch as well for both players. Leary is going to see the Mangonel coming soon, but the boom is being quite smooth now for Leary. He has the TC, well, Tatot is fine too. 54 seconds idle TC, 1 minute only. It's pretty close. It's only 5 is different early, even with more army for Tatot. The problem is that army Tatot is doing is expensive. It's more expensive, as we can see in the value at the bottom. And if he keep that hill, he's not really achieving anything with that army. And the longer the game goes, the caster from Hindustan is going to be closer to be built.
Not your typical game.
Oh, another TC.
Third TC. We played 2 TCs versus 2 TCs for quite some time, and the KD is 5 against 7. So, like, both players building an army, but neither player able to find lots of damage, because that is the first time that Mangonels are crossing the area in the center. Now going for this gate should easily fall. Leary now rushing his defensive. Siege Workshop as well, and Mangonel Micro will be interesting.
I don't remember if Leary has the market, because the market will help now a lot. 500 gold. He has no way to make the Mangonel. He's doing the Mangonel right now. Okay, just got it. But a lot of army for Tatot. A lot of army for Tatot. We are used to see Leary going really aggressive. It's not happening in this series. He's going more for the macro. But when the Mangonel is there, if he has a good micro, we can see 4 villages ahead. But military, he's behind, and a lot of idle time, because even if you don't see it reflected, all those villages are not working.
Yeah, that's so true. And you see that kind of in the work efficiency. So column at the bottom right there, and you simply see Tedo right now, well, get some more resources compared to Leary.
Echo KD is still 0-0, because not taking big risks. He's now trying to open in another spot. This is ballistic, potentially. Well, ballistic, Thumbring, big investment, but if he's snipe, if he finds some hole, he's gonna kill a lot. He has double the army, 5 is more, but he's floating already over 400 stone, close to 500. We might see the castle, and then those Gulams might really kill everything from Tatars right now.
Where is Tero's 30C? Is it on stone or not? I think he needs to buy 100 stone and needs the Force TC on stone. Because Tero is running out of options here. He can't play crossbow or CA against guaranteed to come Gulam. He needs to switch into Kashik. And Tero, I wouldn't be surprised if in like 6-7 minutes we see 15 villages on stone for Tero.
Yeah, well, we see Wilbaro as well. Still with the economy approach. Valistic is coming. He's taking one village. He's taking the farm. Now those villages are still not working now for Leary. The score is still solid for the Spaniard. And where's the Mangoros? He has 2 Mangoros, Leary. The problem is that he's now downhill. He needs to go with those Mangoros. He's gonna be very important this moment. Now with Ballistic, those villages are going down. The TC is in danger. He has to move more. He's gonna lose another one. And another one. Let's go. Now the Mangoro. Ooh. Almost he's gonna lose that Mangoro. No, but now it's coming with, he's gonna take both Mangoros with that one. Both Mangoros from Lee, and now there's 2 Mangoros with the skirmishes +2 as well. That was huge, but still Tatot with 5 villages ahead and more army, Nelly.
But is that really important? 5 villagers, he's diving in there. Not really sure if I like this play.
Oh, well, he's gonna lose a lot of army still. The castle is about to be up there and being 4 villages behind. If you lose all that army advantage against Hindustanis, it is not great.
Oh yeah, that's so true. And still, there's no transition into better units. Look at that, more crossbows in the queue against full Mangonel and skirms. Tero, is he maybe a bit too stubborn here?
Yeah, well, I mean, he probably maybe feel that he has to do this because he feel that this Hindustani's composition, future composition can be crazy. Look at the resources. He has 700 stone, has some good economy. Those camels are with 0 upgrades. He didn't even make bloodlines. +1, but he's still taking those. He's taking another village. It's already 11 villages killed by Tatot for 0 by Leary. He's attacking, so, well...
Mangonel dancing here. Well, should be repaired though, Monk.
Oh, kill the Monk. He killed the Monk. The skirmishes are coming. The Mangonel is there already. He's gonna try to kill the crossbows, but those archers are very strong. They got all the upgrades, only missing the +2 armor, but they're not for what he's doing right now. The problem, I insist, is that Leary's economy is looking so smooth. He's about to go up to Imperial.
And I think Tero, is he maybe thinking about a castle age all in here? Because he's adding stables, he's going for armor, now 4th TC, not on stone. He is sending 17 villagers on stone now, so he knows that Kashik is an option for him here. Didn't want to invest the 100 stone for another Townsend that felt like, okay, I never lost any villagers, we didn't even lose that Mangonel. So Tero will get into Kashik. Then we have to question the double stable play there, and that's going to be really tricky for the Tatar.
For Tatar, but Leary is not going up yet. He doesn't really have a lot of army there to really defend that one. And where he's gonna locate that castle? He's trying to clean this. Oh, he's coming with another Mangonel. The castle is super aggressive. He's at the back trying to defend his stone center. It's super aggressive, Dylan. Come on. Look at that Mangonel now. He's gonna take it. One. No. He micro properly. He's coming with another. He's gonna take it. No. He's not taking. Look at that micro by Tato. Taking one Mangonel. He's gonna take another. 1 for 1. That's good for Tato in that moment because he lost the other one.
And now is actually queuing up some knights, still far away from imping. Here is Tero, goes for knights, might go for some more Kashik, and camels are really good against that. Crossbows can't even hold the hill.
But this is good for Leary. He's on the way to Imperial. Ooh, maybe it's not good for Leary anymore. I told you it was so aggressive castle. It was so aggressive.
Maybe too aggressive.
Too aggressive. 1, 2, 3 villages down. He's not noticed 4 villages down. Already 15-0 the Echo KD. He's still up to Imperial. But he need to clean that one at the back, and he need to build up the Gulams. Because if Tatot now is coming with a castle forward all in, we have seen this kind of aggression by Tatot more than one time.
Crossbows really good against the camels with these upgrades that we have right now and being pushed back. Oh, that goal is so undefended!
Yeah, there is nothing there for Leary to defend. Look at the score. Now the Krobos is gonna be taking more and more villages. One more down, another one down. Ooh, man. The 3 Mangoros, the castle is on his face. He's gonna be in Imperial. But he's at the limit, 20 villages behind right now, and the castle is still not up nearly. Who has the advantage?
Oh, impossible to call. If we look at the numbers, it is Teto, but we're going to Imperial Age, and we feel like Hindustanis will have quite a good army composition. Not a lot of villagers on stone, namely 0 for Leary here, so a lot of questions marks still. I think Teto's aggression should be continuing here, going for more knights, because Leary can't afford all the upgrades to find the proper counters.
Yeah, he cannot. He cannot, because if we think about the Imperial, okay, it's great. He can go camels, he can go heavy camels, don't even have bloodlines. He does have a stone for another castle. He might bring trebuchet, but you need to defend those trebuchet. And Tatot, he's gonna buy another castle, or what is he gonna do? Well, he's close to go to Imperial, but maybe continuing the push is even better than Imp.
I'm not sure. The second castle placement will really tell us like what Teto wants to play. If he wants to continue pushing forward, I think that's a really questionable thing, because he should know the castle is up in the back. So I think further to the north on the hill and play the long game might be Teto's approach here.
Okay, now he's in Imperial. Heavy camel, chain Bardenhammer, not even bloodline, remember. You need the
Bangalore shots are
bloodlines.
good.
He took it right now, and he need to move villages. This map is huge. It's really, really huge. You can definitely move your economy. He's gonna be able to do it or not. Well, the +2 is gonna be there. The camel upgrade still take a minute. And what is he doing now with that upgrade? He's doing the +4 right away. He's confident enough that the camels, heavy camels with the +3 is gonna clean. He got 4 camels.
That's crazy.
And that castle is not aggressive one.
Teto is taking into pikemen. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like 3-4 barracks there.
Do you like the pikeman approach there? Because if you do some
it's great if he sees what Leary is taking into, but I would not have expected the full camel play here.
Yeah.
So great scouting or anticipation.
Raiding in the lumberjacks. He's killing more villages. There's still 24 village man. He didn't kill a single villager to his opponent. The camels are coming. The camels are not elite yet. They are not, not heavy, not +4. He's trying to commit already, but now he's gonna get the +4, and he has only 4 camels. That's not enough army. The Keswick are doing the job as well. They saw monks, population 109, Tatot 162 population, and the Gamaleon, it's in a very good position. I like this castle, I do. I do like the castle because you need to kill him from there.
Defensive castle now trying to stabilize. More Knight Raider coming in, and that should be some dead villagers. No way that Leary can save those. If Teto is actually clicking, he has another group there at the bottom, tries to get some more outposts. That could be way more dead villagers. And camels, we have to question that choice, right? Because crossbows, suddenly doing some reasonable good damage. Oh, look at
wallet.
Walls, man.
He wallet, he noticed, he lost that. I mean, you cannot be just passing. But he's still losing villages in the wood. He do not notice. Echo KD 32, he killed his first villager now, probably is forward. Oh my god, 4 relics for Tatot also. We didn't notice about the relics. He has all the map control. He's playing amazing.
Could be the 5th one on the way, obviously. Like this at the left-hand side, we had the last relic, so maybe Teto's even trying to make some sneaks there. Kashyyyk coming in, and the first click for Teto and Imp was Halberdier. And we are facing mainly camels. It's such a weird thing to not see Leary go for Gulams here.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't make a single one. Didn't make a single one.
And
There's
he rushed
no
the castle in the back, right?
Yeah, well.
Oh, more raids. Look at that Eco Caddy, 42-4.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really, really incredible. It's still 118 population. It's true that not a lot of resources for Tato because he's using everything. He's gonna clean that forward castle, so then maybe he can stabilize a little bit. But we have there already a lot of Kashyyyk missing upgrades, of course, but the raid is continuing. He's raiding all the time.
Racer is finished now as well. Should do some reasonable damage. Oh, but that's a lot of exposed villages. And 46-4, that could easily get way closer. But look at that many Kashyyks coming over.
Yeah, he has to be really careful. He's now moving away with those villages. Look at the Crubble, look at the Kashyyyk. And Tatot is super close to being the quarterfinals already. He's really, really close to be on the quarterfinal. Look at those Kashyyyk. Gonna take, we were talking about that big win against Leary in a big event. This is the biggest one, and he's getting there. The Kashyyyk are going to take the TC. Maybe the Crows are coming. He's waiting for those bloodlines now for those camels. +1 forging now on the way. The resources at the very limit. Population 133. Tatot close to the 200 Nelly, and keep killing more. 53 villains. The KD is impressive. The Mongol is going to be down, and I really don't know what Leary can do to come back from this situation.
So tricky. He's now going into some Gulams. That raid is stopped in the back as well. Habadi has produced to defend this one. Now the TC is going down, and with it, probably the 8 villagers inside there. Didn't even try to save them. Trying to buy himself some time is Leary, but with what forces?
It's crazy. Look at those camels now. They're coming, but they are not Imperial camels. They are heavy camels. 65 army, 25. Tatot cannot lose this game right now.
Look at the military, 65 to 25, and still the hill advantage. How can Leary engage here? I don't really see the options. Only now the second attack upgrade, and worker efficiency is still pretty high though. Leary doing a really good job at keeping everything. 3 traps can't really help against that army though. Leary's still stuck at pop 130, man.
Yeah, well, he needs another castle because it's the only way to stop this somehow. And I don't know how, but he should get the Imperial Camels is maybe the only choice. Now he's throwing some army here. Tatot is not controlling that one. How about to have the castle, the lead Kashyyyk as well?
Traps actually helping out from distance. What are we witnessing here? Camels taking the hill, Kashyyyk moving away, the crossbow unprotected.
Well, everything is unprotected now, but the trebuchets are going to be down. He's going to kill all the crossbows, and then the camels will kill the Kashyyyk. So I'm not sure if that trebuchet is worthy to kill. Now he can clean all. Now Leary can clean this army, actually.
That was the best possible fight for Leary here.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's still really behind with Villis, yes, but military numbers is getting a little bit closer, and he killed it quite a lot there. Still no stone to make the other castle. He's now repairing that one. There's the traps, and this is a lot of halberdiers. Another castle to take the hill, but +1 now. We need to see more Gulams. He need to make more Gulams.
Absolutely. They would help out so much against all the halberdiers here. Castle still trying to be safe, but only repairing with 4 villagers. Going to be a tricky thing. Traps not being used there to fight off the traps of Tato. And it's basically full halberdiers now, but more raids. Those were really good minutes here for Leary. He's fighting back in this.
Yeah, he's killing quite a lot of villages. Finally, there are like 8, 10 villages, maybe even more. The halberdiers don't have that mobility. Remember, helps are only +1 armor for Tatars, and now more raiding here. He's gonna lose the castle in front, or maybe not, I don't know. Population is still big difference. I mean, he's still trying like a champion that he is, but the score is just growing and growing. And even if Tatot is losing some units, he's still expanding all over. I mean, I don't know. He has killed like 20 villages with this raid, which is good. The Gulams are there, but Gulams, you don't want Gulams against Elite Kashyyyk.
Absolutely not, and they are generating gold so nicely here. Tato is now targeting the main TC of Leary. That's never a good spot to be in. Pushing even further. GG, good luck. Next.
Whoa, GG Cole 2-0. We're gonna see Tatot reaction. Ooh. That was his reaction, and Tatot is happy. It is really happy. Remember, $10,000 guaranteed. And Tatot, the Spaniard, is in the quarterfinals. It's an upset, nearly.
Absolutely an upset, beating the most successful player in Red Bull Vololo history. Leary, 4-time finalist, double champion, endless amount of experience, considered to be so well trained, so well prepared going into this one. And Tato, we had big upsets. This might be the biggest of the day.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 2-0. Yeah. And let's say, clear win.
Yeah.
Like he won very, very clear in the
games.
first one. In
Both
this
games.
game, he dominated. I mean, Lear didn't really play, in my opinion, his usual gameplay. He loved to be aggressive, or he has been aggressive. He didn't play like that today at all.
Yeah.
Was Tato the one who was aggressive in both games?
Yeah, absolutely. And I questioned the stable opening on Acclivity, right? Then Leary went into the skirps, defended quite nicely. Maybe a different approach with the Gulams there in the mid game, but remember the first game, right? As you said, Leary, the best in microing those small armies, in microing those feudal, like 20 versus 20 armies. But then Cumans, the TC, giving the control to Tato and then going for crossbow, that's where we have to ask the big questions.
We saw that the draft was a little bit different of what he usually is doing. Tato also was like what he's going to do, but I think we're gonna know more in a moment, because I really think that Riley is ready. So, Riley, let's see what Tato has to say.
Thanks very much, boys. Joining me here at the interview desk, Tato, what a win for you. The casters have already called it an upset. I mean, Leary, one of, if not the best Empire Wars players on the planet, and you've unseated him 2-0. I mean, it must be huge.
It is good. It is good. I didn't expect this. Like I knew that I had chances, but 2-0 is always like a surprise. Even more against Leary, obviously.
Well, can I be the first person to congratulate you, mate, because you have made it to the quarter-finals.
Cool.
It is fantastic, 2-0 here. A huge moment for you, obviously, massive. Let's talk about the games that we saw. We've seen a lot of aggression today. I really think that today's play has been characterised by people taking aggressive stances. We saw uncontested pressure really on enclosed. Talk us through that map. That's a map that can be played very defensively, but you took a different approach.
Yeah, we were spawned a little bit closer as well, and he got Cuman, so that kind of gives me the opportunity to be more aggressive, because he will have more economy, but his castle age will be later. So that means that if I get the map control, I can punish him, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it worked out really well with that forward siege. You were able, I don't think he saw that. We had the mini map, the fog of war showing that he didn't manage to scout out that forward siege, so you were able to get in there really close. And at that moment, are you just 100% focused on closing out the game?
Yeah, obviously. Like I knew he was ahead in eco, so I had to do damage, or I will probably fall behind way too much to recover. It was like all in is. I go for the kill.
Well, it worked very well in game number 1. Game number 2, a little bit of a longer affair. Very entertaining to watch, of course. We saw the classic Tatars on Acclivity. We've seen this map Civ combination before, but not everyone's been as successful as you were with it. The Tatars, obviously, with their bonus on the hill, that's a key factor in picking them on a map like this. But what are some of the other things that go into winning on a map like Acclivity?
Well, Tatars also has the siege bonus, that it helps a lot, because then you can delay your farms and you can get hot collar. So the economy is not too bad. And I think the kill was like he gave me the map control. Like he went for some scout, then skirmisher. I was checking how much he had, and if I could punish him, like building a siege workshop to recover map control. And I took, I think I managed to do some small attacks that I distract him, and I kill a lot of villagers with some like leftover army.
So do you think it's fair to say, based on what we've seen today, that the formula for success at the moment seems to be early aggression into map control and containment, and then really not letting opponents, once that early momentum has been gained, not letting opponents back into the game?
Yeah, like online events obviously is like at the start you don't feel that as comfortable as home, right? So it's hard to attack, but at the same time it's harder to defend. And if you manage to get a good position on the hill, it can be a bit shaky, and it can work out pretty well, as we've seen.
Well, an interesting fact, I don't think we've had a single 2-1 on the mainstream today, and you were just playing yellow, right?
Yes.
Yellow has won every single time on our mainstream today, and it's been 2-0 as well. So I don't know if that factored in for you, Tato.
That
but congratulations, mate.
Thank you so much.
A huge win for you, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Tato. We're going to head over now to our analyst screen over here, and joining us, it's T90. T90. Such an entertaining series of games there, particularly game number 2, which we'll come to in due course. But, I mean, if we can just build upon what I was talking about with Tato, what a performance from him.
It was amazing. With Tato, typically you're talking about out-strategizing ahead of time, and he showed he didn't necessarily need that. Something I do want to touch on, though, is I really feel like the draft was a draft that Leary tried to become Tato a little more than he normally would. And what I mean by that is drafting with mind games involved, right? I was talking actually to Leary's older brother, who was sitting right next to me back there in the games, and we're talking about the draft, and I was like, Tato will go Cumans, Leary will go for something standard. Leary picked Cumans, and then he couldn't get his Tatars, which he always loves and has played mainly on Acclivity. So I think that played its role. Mem mentioned like Leary's played pretty defensive, but I think it's because he wasn't able to, or he chose not to, I guess, play his normal style. And Tato knew how to take advantage of it.
Tato really punished that, I think. And we're talking about, again, Leary. This is a guy who has won 2 of these Red Bull Wololo series. I mean, the whole thing's, right? He's won the entire championship twice. He's more decorated in this tournament series than anyone else. He's been in, 10,000 finals, even if he hasn't won them all. This bloke's a real threat, a huge titan in this format of the game. And for Tato to have got him here, massive.
Yeah, it was really good. I can't say any more, really. We could probably move on to a couple highlights here and specifics throughout it. I mean, it was just so interesting. there's obviously the action. People love the highlights and mangonel shots, whatever it may be. But like controlling a game, proper scouting, those are the things that really give me chills. You know, and there are a few moments that I had chills just watching Tato.
Well, let's chuck up some vision here, Tristan. You can talk us through some of the huge moments here. I'm sure there'll be the mango shots in there. Don't worry about that. But I'm interested to get your perspective on some of the other bits and pieces that we saw. So we'll stick this up here and have a chat about it. But I mean, once again, our quarterfinals already confirmed so far. We've got Hera, we've got Velese, we've got Tato. At the moment, right now while we're chatting, Vipey is 1-0 up. So he's
You just call him Vipey?
Vipey. Little Vipey boy. That's it. That little silver boy, man. He's doing
Our
very
conversation from breakfast carried over into the show. That's awesome.
They work their way in there.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
always working on that gear. Sorry, Mr. the Viper. Esquire. I should give him his full title. He's 1-0 up.
Yep.
So he's very close to a quarterfinals appearance as well. But again, once we've got these highlights for you to have a look at, we will we'll get stuck into that. But I mean, again, so much to talk about here. Let's get stuck in and
Okay,
talk
so
to us here.
so first off, maximum nerd from Tato, and this is actually really important because Leary's building a second town center, and if you're going for a second town center, you want as much food as possible. That was a crazy moment. All of a sudden, 280 food is out the window. The key here for Tato is he recognizes that his opponent's on 2 town centers, which means a later castle age. And so just matching any army that's out there is going to be fine. And this is when Leary really started to commit onto archers in this game, which is a Leary thing to do. But Tato is able to drop a stable and eventually get those villagers forward.
This was the huge moment here, the forward siege that wasn't detected by Leary as it was going up, and it just enabled so much pressure to come through. Leary wasn't really in a position to respond.
He was a minute or two later to Castle Age, which is actually impressive with Cumans, but Tato added everything.
Yeah.
If Knights came out, he had Camels. If the Camels weren't there, he had Monks. If his opponent had Siege, he had Knights. Like, this is the type of push, especially with the proper repairs and micro, that realistically kills the Cumans almost every single time. Nili had questioned the crossbowman. Do you want to go crossbowman? Again, probably didn't know about the siege. I still think if he opens double stable knights, his opponent has monks and camels, and it could be the same result because Tato covered all of his bases.
Yeah, and that's what is really impressive here from Tato is that he just played a really complete game, right?
Yeah.
Like he covered angles, he was able to put together such a dominant push here, and he knew that if this push failed, then he was going to be a long way behind because of Leary's sort of eco snowball that would come. So you've got to hand it to Tato for putting himself in a winning position and then driving that win home.
Correct. And again, I take nothing away from Tato. There's so many things we're going to bring him. But if you know Leary as a player, it is never give map control up because then players can take advantage of it. He is always the one taking map control. I think he was scared of Cumans, so picked it away from Tato. You could see Tato's reaction there after he got the win. And Tato knew how to deal with it.
There after he got the loss
he's like,
as
why did I do that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, poor old Leary. We move on now to Acclivity. This is what we were talking about before. Tatar's on Acclivity, always a menace. And once again, Tato very early to seize map control here.
Yeah, so Leary, look where Leary's skirms are right now. Now, at this point, there's already siege out, but Leary has no vision. He has no clue where the army is. This is very uncommon for him. Typically, he's playing into crossbows or knights or something that's playing into control. He's got skirmishers patrolling around the map as he waits at home. And again, as we saw in Game 1, Tato able to do a lot with map control. And there's a TC. I didn't realize it was actually delayed so much. But I mean, that's a fine TC for Leary. But again, the whole thought process is now you've only got 4 skirmishers because you're looking for the army. You don't have control of the game. And when Tato shows up, he shows up, right? Yeah, ended up taking a lot of these production buildings. This was the reason I selected this moment to talk about is because a lot of players think I don't have the town center yet. Okay, that's an awful moment to say that. But anyway,
It's always what happens, man. You always get your pants pulled down by stuff like that.
But anyways, he will. I think we've gone backwards by accident, but eventually he's going to break in here, and a lot of people are like, "I'm all in.
Yeah.
I've got to force this home." And Tato was so patient. It almost reminded me of Velese earlier when he had villagers he could kill, but then he sniped Capoch's army the entire time. But you'll see, he's going to go in here. I don't know if Fog of War was toggled at all. But clearly he's like, okay, I'm in a great position. Ooh, there's a siege workshop. And you never know how that's going to go, right? And it's so much easier for the defender to take care of everything that's there And so he loops around, and so many players just continue to
They'd smell blood
push
and they'd be
there,
like,
yeah.
I'm in, right?
And
And
you-
look, we even, I mean, in game one, we saw that. We
Yeah.
saw that unbridled aggression, but here, a little bit of restraint. Tato showing that he can play both sides of the
Yeah,
court.
and then this crossbow army, I think it was, I'm a little uncertain actually, but I believe that crossbow army ended up looping around and killing 9 villagers. You'll see that Eco KD eventually go
Oh,
up
yeah,
over
yeah,
here,
yeah.
but everyone, including the players, were just looking here. Because, you know, it was at a point where if Leary didn't defend, he could die, but also at the same time, defender's advantage. And now you're starting to think Leary could actually bring this one back, right? Like, he's got that army cornered right there from Tato. And this is like, I mean, that takes a lot of guts right there, that bit of micro. But again, no ballistics for Leary. Like crossbow ballistics, ranged units ballistics. He's playing defensive, didn't get that army right away.
And Tato was really able to pick his moments here. And
Yeah.
it's interesting to compare and contrast game number one.
Oh,
game
there's a
number
just
two.
passing moment.
Ships in the night. It's interesting to compare and contrast game number one and game number two, Tristan, where we saw Tato go, is all in the right way to describe it, like trying to punish that cumin start on enclosed. But then here, being more judicious,
Yeah.
taking his time, waiting for that opportune moment, and really sealing the deal in a very, ultimately in a very convincing
Like
way.
right there, if he doesn't have the additional mangonel, Leary can take map control, and Leary can start to spend all of his food, which I also think Leary, like, I don't know what he was going in for there. I think he's really not used to playing into a civ that he can't switch into knights with in that situation. The castle obviously getting done, but again, it's like Tato, it's Tato the whole time having control. Now, I have a bit of a broken record now, but that's just how Tato played.
Well, I think, again, to come back to how we've sort of characterized this entire day, really, it has been about proactivity. It's been about aggression. It's been about seizing the initiative and then deciding what you do with that initiative. And what really impressed me specifically about Tato is that he didn't just follow a blueprint, right? He adapted. And he rode that momentum that he seized out in ultimately what was a very, like, the correct way, right? Because this required a bit more patience.
This is probably a very clickbaity thing to say.
Oh, here we go.
But Tato
No,
didn't-
we got to get those clicks. Let's go.
Tato didn't just beat Leary, but he beat Leary being Leary. like he it's like the roles reversed somehow.
It's the Spider-Man gift thing.
Yeah,
It's the Spider-Man man.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Someone
yeah.
can tweet that at us,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
sure it'll get out there. But yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And again, it's like when you have control, you could do things like the 3 knights running into the side eco, and I mean, Leary at one point was using trebs against crossbows.
Yeah.
That's not ever
Mate,
really.
that-
good
no, well,
sign.
that's next level, dude.
Yeah.
Leary's, well, maybe it's not this next level. Maybe at this point it's that next
True.
level.
No one really specifies what next level
Which
means.
direction
What
it's in,
direction
yeah.
are we going?
But
yeah.
no, look, I'm not going to take anything away from Leary. He's a superstar of the game, and he's a superstar in particular of Empire Wars, and we're going to see a lot more of him, of course, tomorrow. And I would expect, into later days in this tournament, because he hasn't said his last piece just yet.
Yeah, so my thing is, and I sat back there and I said, it's like every Red Bull Wololo, we have like an absolute killer, as Tato celebrated there.
Yeah.
Go up against an absolute killer. Not to say none of these guys are killers, but Leary, clearly top 3, top 4. He's going to have to play up against somebody. If he moves on, which he'd be favored to do, he could face like some other big name in the quarterfinal, because that 2-1 will face a 2-0. Now, of course, I think he plays the winner of Sato and Valis, which is in the elimination matches tomorrow. And my implication that they would lose to Leary might make me look like a fool, because Sato said he was in good shape later.
and we've just seen,
Well, we'll see.
we've seen
People
Sato
have to
pull one out,
watch a
so-
lot of games. Yeah.
Of course, yeah, and we'll get into all the finer details of that tomorrow. But Tristan, for now, thanks so much for everything, mate. Thanks for talking us through that there. It's been fantastic. We're going to close out the day. I'm going to move over here and close out the day as I'm joined by both Dave and Mem. And boys, what a day we've had. It's been incredible. There's been ups, there's been downs. We've had smiles, friends, there's been laughs, there's been tears. Bit of everything today, Mem. And I mean,
The end of the day has been incredible.
well, we've got
The upset.
two
D90
more.
was telling about that, and I was talking like Tato. They switched the positions. Tato was playing like Leary. He beat him with his strategies. He never let him be Leary, in my opinion. I don't know what you saw there, Mr. Dave.
Well, Dave, I mean, perhaps we can again talk about in broad sweeps what we've seen today. This aggression, this proactivity. What are your takeaways from today's matches?
2-0s.
Yeah.
Across the board, at least on the mainstream. I know the B stream had some tough matchups, and it must be said, I mean, Tato coming in and sweeping Leary, it is a best of 3, but 2-0. He had a really tough matchup against ACCM. We were watching that on the B stream, so that shows the quality of ACCM. That shows the quality of the competitors that maybe if you were only on the A stream here, you didn't quite see. We will see in future days, but everyone here is ready to play. I think our first match highlighted that more than ever. Like Kingston, who just shows up here, Viper looks stressed in that first game. Like, he took Viper right to the limit there. He had a chance to win. There was opportunities for him to get some damage done, and that just shows you that even the guys that are, you know, maybe your perception is that they're at the bottom of this list.
They've
have
still got something to
potential.
say.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
They're still going to come here, and they're playing for keeps. Mem, we've got, of course, days left in this tournament for Age of Empires 2. We've got elimination matches, we've got decider matches tomorrow, we've got quarterfinals, and then next week we'll have semis, and of course the championship match. What are you looking forward to most tomorrow?
Well, since predictions doesn't work anymore, because it doesn't work anymore, I'm looking forward every single game. As Dave said, I don't want to see 2-0s, but we have seen some crazy, really, really crazy games. Tomorrow, I don't even know what we are casting, what we are not casting, because there's so many games, and I expect more upset tomorrow. So I don't know what we're gonna have for the deciders, and then the quarterfinals can be crazy. We literally already decided that nobody expected that. It can change already a lot.
Yeah,
Really a lot.
Dave, we've already seen sort of expectations subverted from, as you said, match one, Kingstone, really turning the screws on Viper, and now Tato getting up against Leary. We could be in for a wild ride tomorrow, man.
I mean, we were already in for a wild ride, I think, the last couple sets of the day. And I think it really kicked off with MBL. I mean, I talked to Jordan, and Jordan confirmed our suspicions. You know, Jordan had never played up against Genitours. He had never even thought. In like the 2 weeks of the boot camp, and he said, MBL is just the worst matchup for me because I'm not the greatest with things I haven't seen before. And literally every time this guy opens a game, it's probably something that you haven't seen before, whether it works or whether it fails miserably. That's what makes him so entertaining. And Jordan said he was playing really, really great. He was really confident in his play style. He had a smile on his face. I mean, no surprise there with Jordan. I mean,
yeah, I mean, with those teeth, obviously, you're going to take every opportunity you can to show it off. Exactly.
Yeah, he felt like he was playing really good. Doubt was a little bit stressed about the match against Capwatch, and why wouldn't you be against a guy like that? And my biggest takeaway from the day, even with Tato winning against Leary, even with MBL showing his stuff, Valessa looked like an absolute beast. So.
Really looking forward to him. Really looking forward to him saying his piece tomorrow. Exactly right. Well, boys, thank you so much for everything today. Thank you, of course, as well to Nili, who is off on the sidelines right now. And thank you to you as well, the viewer, for joining us today. It has been an absolute pleasure to have your company. Let's remind ourselves of what we've got coming up tomorrow, of course, before we say goodnight. We'll have a look at our schedule, maybe the standings as well. The schedule for tomorrow, of course, a result of what we've seen today. We're going to kick things off with Daniel versus ACCM. That's going to open the broadcast for us. Follow that up with Valis versus Sito. Dogao versus, I believe that'll be the winner of the match that's still being played. I'm not 100% sure on that one. We'll figure that one out because, of course, we've still got some results. Oh, the loser, excuse me, of who's that's still being played. We'll bring that. I mean, look, as Nili would say, check Wikipedia. Let's have a look at the other ones as well. We've got, of course, a couple more to show you here. We've got Leary, MBL, and Mr. Yo. We're still going to be figuring out their opponents, but huge names all the same coming your way tomorrow. So clear your dance cards. We will see you then, and we cannot wait to bring you more coverage of this event.